Yesterday, we learned how to multiply two binomials to get to our end product. We used either FOIL or distributive properties to do this. So we're just going to imagine we did one of these methods and we ended up getting this result. Instead of multiplying the two binomials to get our end result today, we're going to work backwards. We're going to start with our end result and figure out how to get our polynomials. Our warm-up problem is called Find the Numbers. Here, we want to come up with two numbers whose sum is the bottom number and whose product is the top number. We're going to use this cool tool that looks like a railroad crossing sign to help us organize all these numbers we're looking at. Now, remember, sum means two numbers added together, and product means two numbers that are multiplied together. To make this a little easier, I'm going to label 20, the number on top, as the product of our two numbers. So really, we have to find what two numbers multiply to 20. And then on the bottom, I'm going to label that number 9 as add, or that's our sum. We want those same two numbers to add to 9. Let's start off by making a list of all the numbers that multiply to 20. Well, we know there's 1 and 20, there's 2 and 10, and there's 4 and 5. Out of these possible number combinations, let's see which one of these add together to get 9. Well, 1 plus 20, unfortunately, does not give us 9. Same with 2 plus 10, but we're getting closer. We can see when we do 4 plus 5, we get 9. Therefore, we know the two numbers that add together to get 9 are 4 and 5, and those same two numbers are multiplied together to get 20. You can go ahead and fill them into the spots in our railroad crossing sign. And the order of either one doesn't matter. We know those are the two numbers that follow our expected directions. Now it's your turn to try one on your own. We're going to have the same directions as before, where we're looking for two numbers whose sum is the bottom number, and those same two numbers whose product is the top number. Except this time, you're working with a different example. Once you've finished this example, you can open up our Schoology page and find the notes for today. And you can go ahead and go to the second slide to check your answer. Once you've checked it and got the correct answer, you can continue on to the other examples on that page. You are still following the same directions where you're coming up with two numbers whose sum is the bottom number and whose product is the top number. You can also use a calculator for this because I know the examples at the end tend to be a little bit tougher.